If you're going to wear loafers with jeans right off the bat, there are certain mistakes you want to avoid. First up, unless you're a rock star, avoid the distressed denim with loafers. It can be done, but for most of us, it's a difficult look to pull off. Now, the reason is that loafers are technically dress shoes. And although all jeans are technically casual wear, distressed denim is ultra casual. And mixing the two together, yeah, that's like mixing oil and water. And speaking of denim styles, slim cut and straight cut jeans are going to be the best styles to pair with loafers in general. Now, relaxed cut, especially if you're a bigger guy, can be managed. You just want to make sure that the opening at the bottom of the jeans isn't too wide. And you know, I'm going to go ahead and say that if you are a thin guy and you like skinny jeans and you've got a pair of loafers and you think the combination looks good, you can probably pull it off. But skin tight jeans, yeah, those are not only out of fashion and they never should have been, but wearing them with loafers is a no-go. And what's all the rage now, loose fit and baggy jeans? Guys, those are a no-go with loafers. All right, gents, so now you know what not to do when matching loafers with denim. So then how to wear the combination and look good? Well, gentlemen, that's the subject of today's video. Now, today's video, gents, is brought to you by our sponsors, Collars & Co. Now, gents, I've talked about Collars & Co. multiple times here on the channel because I love what these guys are doing. Seriously, these guys allow you to get the look of a dress shirt without actually having to wear a dress shirt. So these luxury polos are designed to be layered, to be worn under sports jackets, to be worn under sweaters, to be worn with clothing that you would typically wear with a dress shirt. Now, they do this because they've got a very structured, well-made collar. They've got a strung placket in the front. And the fabric, gentlemen, it's got a four-way stretch, incredibly lightweight. It wicks away moisture from the body and is really smooth. Because let's face it, gents, comfort is important, especially when you're traveling. You don't want to have to deal with the iron. You want to be able to pull a shirt out, be able to mix and match it with a lot of items in your wardrobe and look good. In fact, here's me on one of the most important days of my life. We're at the baptism of my daughter, Marina. Look at me right there, wearing Collars & Co. And gents, I'm not the only guy that sees the potential in Collars & Co. Right here, we've got Mark Cuban wearing one of their shirts. In fact, when they were on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban invested $1 million into this company. Now, gents, when you go over to their website, you're going to see all different types of options. First up, look at all the different collar types. You've got the English spread. You've got the semi-spread. You've got the Oxford button-down collar, and then the cutaway collar. Check out all the different patterns, all the different colors. You have tons of options when you're over on their website. Oh, and did I mention they make an excellent Father's Day gift? I've also got a code for you, RMRS. Use it or lose it. That deal is not going to be around forever. Go to collarsandco.com/RMRS. Use that link to get the best deal on the web. So to get started, let's first talk about all the different options with loafers. And a loafer, by definition, is going to be a type of dress shoe that does not have lacing on it. Now, the most famous style of loafer we're going to see out there that's been around almost 100 years is going to be the penny loafer. Seriously, it was designed in the 1930s, and this loafer in the 1950s and 60s became a classic menswear piece that just dominated. It was casual. It was easy for men to be able to dress up, dress down. It was just a favorite of young college students who continued to wear it into their 40s, 50s, and now 60s. Which actually, if I think about it, I'm sure there are guys in their 90s still wearing penny loafers. The point here is the Lindy effect, and that is the longer something has been around, the longer it is going to be around. So the fact that penny loafers have been around for 100 years, you can pretty much rest assured that they're going to be around for another 100. So this means that if you're going to be picking up a pair of loafers, there's nothing wrong with actually buying and splurging for a pair of quality loafers. Now, when I look at the design of a pair of penny loafers, it's the simplicity that grabs me. The fact that when you look at this, there's nothing flashy on it. In fact, you go with a solid color. If you're going to be adding this pair of shoes to your wardrobe, look at the shoes that you already wear. If you've got all black dress shoes, then stick with black penny loafers. If you stick with browns, dark browns, medium browns, then go ahead and bring in a similar color. What you're really doing is you're changing out the style, and you want something that's already going to mix and match with the existing clothing in your wardrobe so that you can wear it with more than just jeans. Now, speaking of color, it's important to note that black is going to be the most formal of all dress shoe colors. So if you do really want to go with loafers that are going to work well with the widest number of jeans, you probably want to go with a lighter colored loafer. In general, I've seen guys be able to pull off black loafers with denim. Highly recommend, if you don't own any loafers, this is the one you need to start with. It is so easy to bring into a wardrobe, especially if you want with a color like oxblood or dark brown, is that you could wear them with a casual suit. You could pull these off with jeans in the same day, and they're just going to work for you. Next up, let's talk about tassel loafers. And these are very recognizable by that tassel right there on the vamp. Now, these emerged right after World War II out of Europe. They made their way over the United States. These have always been considered to be some of the dressier loafers out there. And we're going to see this with the finish on the shoes. In general, they're not going to be made in very light colors, so we're going to see these darker. These are going to be some of the hardest shoes to wear with denim. It can be done. Dark denim, go with maybe a medium brown tassel loafer. But in general, I would not recommend these as your first loafer. And if you really want something to wear with denim, these are probably one of the loafers that in general to avoid. That being said, I still own a pair and I can wear them with casual suits, but with denim, it's hard. Maybe with denim and a sports jacket, you could pull it off. But yeah, it is a push. It's a little bit of a stretch. Next up, we've got the bit loafer, also known as the horse bit. This emerged in, I believe, 1953. Gucci is the company that made this popular. Initially, it was just something worn over in Italy, made its way out of Europe, and soon in the 1980s especially became a style fashion trend that everyone was jumping on. And now to this day, it is a classic loafer, now made by a wide variety of different manufacturers. It's nice, simple loafer. I've got a pair of Gucci's, and what I love about these is, yes, you can wear them with denim. The bit across just makes them casual, makes them fun, and they come in a wide variety of colors. I will say, though, the big negative with these is that you've got to have a little bit of confidence to be able to pull this off, because you've got this shiny thing right there that really serves no functional purpose on the top vamp part of your shoes. Hey, I know what I'm wearing. I enjoy it. I like the look. Not for everybody. Again, that's why I'm recommending penny loafers for the majority of men if you're just starting off wearing loafers, especially wearing them with jeans. Next up, we've got moccasins. And moccasins come in a wide variety of styles. They have since kind of been hijacked by the dress shoe world, and they're technically not a dress shoe, as you can imagine. Anyone that's familiar with Native American history knows that the moccasins come out of North America's native population, although there's some argument that different cultures in different parts of the world made similar shoes. Now, what's interesting, in a classic moccasin, you actually don't really have a sole. You just got a leather covering on the bottom. They would wear out quickly and they would be resoled, rebuilt, the top actually lasting a lot longer. But in modern moccasins, we do see a sole. We do see a structure there on the base so that they'll last longer, be able to give the wearer a bit of grip. And we see them in a variety made by a wide range of different manufacturers. But the key with moccasins is going to be the overall structure, with the stitching going right around the top outside. And with their non-traditional background not coming out of dress shoes, these are going to be one of the most casual slip-ons you can grab out there. You're also going to see driving shoes fit into this category as well. Driving shoes, though, instead of having the leather just at the bottom, they're actually going to have just bits of usually rubber. These aren't shoes actually you'd want to be wearing out. I know I've actually done this and I realize I'm wearing into the shoe. They're actually truly made to be worn when you're out driving, and they should give the driver a little bit more feel of the controls and the pedals, at the same time be able to give him good grip. All that being said, these are very casual slip-ons. So these are perfect for denim. If you're looking for, hey, a slip-on, a loafer that is actually 100% pretty much made for denim, it's going to be the moccasin. You could also argue it's made for shorts, but really this is, to even wear these with a suit, these would have to be really dressed up moccasins. You don't see them very often, and even in that case, I really wouldn't wear them with a casual suit. So of all the slip-ons we're talking about today, the moccasins are going to be the most casual, probably the best ones to pair solely with denim. Next up, we've got Belgian loafers, not to be confused with tassel loafers, because Belgian loafers are going to be much more casual. And we see this in the materials they're often made from. So when we look at loafers that are made from suede, a variety of different materials, it's going to be Belgian loafers right there at the top. So what's great about these is that they're pretty versatile. They're going to be a little bit flashier than a lot of the other loafers we talked about. But if you want something, again, that you could wear with a casual suit, something that you could wear with jeans and really stand out, I've seen like green suede, blue suede, really interesting. You know, if you like style, Belgian loafers are such a great option. They're very functional and you get a good quality pair, incredibly comfortable. Next up, let's talk about kilted loafers, also known as kilties. These apparently have been popular with golfers and people over in Scotland for over 100 years. Kings have worn this particular style, so you know this stuff is good. But basically, they just got this apron right on the front that gives it a little bit of a kilted look, and hence why it gets its name. But again, these have been around since, made popular since the 1950s, mesh manufactured. But even before then, these things were popping up. And just, again, if you're going to be out playing golf, you want a classic shoe, or you just simply like the look, and they're casual. So again, these are perfect for wearing with denim. Next up, let's talk about slipper loafers. Don't confuse these with slippers, which are a whole other type of shoe, which I think are fine. More men should have slippers, but slipper loafers, these are actually going to be incredibly formal. Yes, you can wear this stuff with black tie. With white tie, you are required to wear a type of slipper or a particular type of shoe. Basically, they call these opera pumps. Yes, men wearing pumps. But the idea here is that these are made from velvet. They're made from very high quality materials, only worn to special occasions, made to be worn with delicate clothing that a gentleman would wear to the show, to meet the king, those kind of events. Yeah, we're going to see them oftentimes with initials. If they do have an initial, that is going to make it much more casual. But as you can imagine, it's safe to say that these are probably not ones you want to wear with denim. It can be done. Again, if you are a fashionista and what are you doing watching these videos? You can pull this off, but I think for the majority of us mere mortals, we should probably skip this look. All right, gents, we talked about shoes. We talked about jeans. We did not talk about the upper body. I covered that in this video right here, how to wear jeans with a polo shirt and how to pull it off, because there are mistakes, things you want to avoid. Guys, I got you covered in this video right here. Check it out. Good video. Boom. You're going to enjoy it, I'm sure. Yeah, click there.